Welcome back to the Sirius sector of the Grimdark future. As the Dark Brothers were handed a defeat at the hands of the robot legions, transmissions about their struggle were intercepted by the Wolf Brothers of Odin Prime. Reluctant to help and despite their past quarrels with the Dark Brothers, they understand the threat of these synthetics. The Wolf Brothers dispatch a patrol of their own to attempt to seize a foothold on Draconis V. Welcome back to Miniature Game Montage in Episode 2 of our Grimdark Future campaign, Scars of Draconis. Today, the Wolf Brothers of Odin Prime will square off against the Robot Legions in the mission King of the Hill. The insertion point is a wooded area much farther to the north than where the Dark Brothers attempted to drop. It is surrounded by mountains, but since Legion 19 is once again moving to combat, they could have a supply point close by. The Wolf Brothers have dispatched a captain, Skull, of the Alpha Pack. They have 2 5-man squads of raiders, one from the Alpha Pack and one from the Shadow Pack. They also have a 5-man squad of Assault Brothers from the Shadow Pack. The list clocks in at 700 points, and they will keep 50 points in reserve. The Robot Legions of Legion 19 lay wounded and vulnerable. They lost a unit of warriors in the battle with the Dark Brothers. They moved to battle with their Technomancer with Solar Protocol, a unit of 10 warriors from Section 5, 3 hoverbikes upgraded with twin flux rifles from Section Gamma, and a group of 3 bot swarms. Their roster is 625 points, and they will have 45 credits in reserve. I would like to say thank you for watching our content. If you like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and as always, you can leave a comment down below to connect with me. We plan to continue this campaign, add more factions, and expand the forces over time. I'll leave links in the description for more information on Grimdark Future and one-page rules. Our mission today is King of the Hill, and as the Wolf Brothers attempt to establish a forward operating base, they have a target in mind to drop initial supplies. The area is over 9 inches away from deployment zones and table edges. After 4 rounds, the player that manages to seize that objective is the winner. Deployment will be in a spearhead with 24 inches of ground from tip to tip. And with the troops on the ground, the Robot Legions will be up for turn 1. Turn 1 gets underway, and bot swarms are going to make a rush move, moving to the edge of the woods, staying behind it for cover. And then we move over to the Wolf Brothers. The assault squad is going to move up, also staying behind the woods, out of line of sight. Back over to the Robot Legions, hoverbikes are going to make a rush maneuver, diverting to the center of the board. And the Raider squad from the Alpha Pack is going to make a rush maneuver down the left flank, staying behind the cover of the wall. And then the Shadow Pack is going to make a move as well, also getting into cover, and Captain Skull is a part of that unit. And that is going to bring turn 1 to a close. Very quick turn 1. The units are too far away from each other to shoot in this phase. The warriors are remaining stationary here, and the Wolf Brothers equipped mainly with pistols. They will need to get up close to make it into shooting range. And we did not draw a random event for the first turn. We do not draw a random event for the second turn as we go there now. Back over to the Robot Legions, and the hoverbikes are going to move forward just enough to bring one of these into range of the Wolf Brothers. They are in cover, normally hitting on a 3 with these twin flux rifles. The cover will make that a 4, and they let loose with shots, 2 of them from the twin flux rifles, and one of these is going to hit, and on that 6, it does 4 total hits. So I'm going to have to take 4 saves here. It is AP -1, so 3 up saves are taken. And I did miss one of the fails here, so I only roll 1 die. That's on me. On a 5 or a 6, it will regen. That roll will fail, so 1 is cut down. The assault squad will then push up into cover, moving 6 inches. And then we go back over to the robot legions where the warriors are going to let loose into that squad. That moved forward. Maybe a tactical error on my part, but the warriors will let loose with 10 shots from their Gauss rifles. They will hit on 4s due to cover. And the result is 7 total wounds. 4 normal 2-up saves will need to be taken first, and those are all good. And then 3 are rending, so that is AP -4. Puts me on a 6-up save for 3 of these. And I take these, and all of these are going to fail. So that will be 3 cut down. And against rending, there is no regen, so that's 3 removed. Next, we have a solar protocol coming from the Technomancer, also hitting on 4s due to cover. And luckily for that squad, that shot will miss. That is a deadly 3 weapon. Moving back over, we will need to take a morale test, and these guys are fearless, so anything but a 1, and that will be good. The Raider squad from the Shadow Pack is going to advance up, keeping behind the woods here. And then we are going to move back over to the Robot Legions as the bot swarms. They do have Strider, so they do not care about slowing down in difficult terrain. They're going to move to the edge here, trying to force the Wolf Brothers to come and get them in the terrain. Moving back over to the Wolf Brothers, the Alpha Pack is then going to move forward, and they are going to let loose with their pistols, their heavy pistols, into the bot swarms. So this will be 5 attacks coming across, hitting on 4s due to cover. 2 of these will go through, and a 6-up is required to save these shots. Those 2 are unsuccessful. That will be 2 wounds on a bot swarm. Now, we did forget the regen here, but we're going to make up for that in just a second. The end of turn 2 comes to a close with heavy casualties being taken on the assault squad from the Shadow Pack there on the flank, coming under heavy fire from the Robot Legion warriors. The Wolf Brothers able to do 2 wounds on a bot swarm, and we're moving into turn 3. Turn 3, we have a charge from the bot swarms going into the Alpha Pack. All 3 making it into contact. Once again, they do have Strider, so popping right out of the woods. And they will lash out with 3 attacks each, and they will hit on 6s. So 9 total attacks coming across, hitting on 6s. And these are rending, so 2 of these will come across. It's AP -4 and ignores regen, so it puts me on a 6-up save. And 1 of these is passed, 1 of the Raiders is cut down. The Raiders then move to counterattack. They get 3 swings each, so 9 total attacks going out, hitting on 3s, and it's an abysmal roll. Only 3 of these go through. There's no AP on this particular weapon, so 6-up saves will be required on the bot swarms. These are going to fail, and now we're going to go back and correct the regens. They did 3 wounds here and 2 wounds in shooting, so I'm going to let him roll out 5 total dice. On a 5 or a 6, these wounds come back, and it looks like 3 will come back. 2 total wounds going onto a bot swarm, but they do lose combat and will need to take a morale test. The bot swarms did lose combat, morale check being taken. They are fearless, so on a 5-up, they are good, and they are going to stick around just long enough to take a charge from this Raider squad. As they go into combat, they are furious. They get 1 extra attack on the charge, so 4 each coming from these guys, and 12 dice in total, hitting on 3s. And dice hit the deck. That's going to result in 11 hits, and these guys have a defense of 6. So there's no AP on these weapons, but having to take a ton of saves here. And there is only 1 success, so regen rolls will need to be taken on the remaining 10. Looking for 5 ups to ignore these wounds. And going to get a handful here. That is going to be enough to keep one of the bot swarms alive on 1 wound, as they have 3 wounds each. The bot swarm will then attempt to attack back with his 3 attacks. None of these are successful. In a morale test being taken by the bot swarms, they are fearless, so a 5 will be needed to stick around, and that's exactly what they get. Good dice drop there from my buddy. Next up, we've got warriors that are slowly lumbering forward towards the objective, and they are going to open up with their Gauss rifles into the assault squad, trying to take them out of action. There's going to be 10 shots coming across from their Gauss rifles, and they will need 4s due to cover. And dice hit the deck, this time going a bit below average, and only 4 are going through. There's no AP on this weapon, so that will just be 2-up saves for me, and I'm going to make these. The Solar Protocol then fires from the Technomancer, again eating 4s due to cover, and that shot will connect. This is a deadly 3 weapon, so it will cause 3 wounds. and it is AP -3, so 5-up saves being taken. I do fail all of these, and then I will take regen rolls, rolling out 3 of these. Those fail as well. These wounds do not spill over to another target, so one of these guys is cut down by the Technomancer. Then take a morale test, and they are good. That assault squad will activate next, move to the objective, ready to lay his life down for a successful mission. He will fire his pistol into the bot swarms, and he hits on a 3. He does have them in the open, and that shot is going to hit, and that is going to be a 6-up save on these bot swarms. They are going to fail this save, and that is going to eliminate them after they also fail a regen roll. Back to the robot legions, the hoverbikes are going to scoot forward slightly, bringing their twin flux rifles into range of the alpha pack, and they are going to let loose with 2 attacks each, 6 attacks in total, and any 6s will do 4 hits. So 6 total shots going out, and several 6s are going to be rolled, and this is going to equate to 11 total hits. These weapons are AP -1, so that will put the alpha pack on 3-up saves, and only 2 of these are going to fail. So you're going to pick those dice up and roll out for regen, and those 2 regens will fail. That will be 2 of them cut down, and a morale check will be forced. They again are fearless, so anything but a 1, they are good. Next, Raiders from the Shadow Pack, as well as Captain Skull, are going to make a rush maneuver, getting up to the objective and attempting to block it as we move into turn 4. So turn 4 is coming up, and it looks like the robot legions are starting to run out of options. While they appear to be winning the war of attrition and doing more damage, they are not in a position to readily take the objective away from the Wolf Brothers. We're going to move into turn 4 and see what damage they can cause. Turn 4 coming up. And moving into turn 4, the Technomancer is going to take aim with his Solar Protocol at the Assault Squad from the Shadow Pack, the lone man that's left there near the objective, and he is going to connect on this 3, has him in the open. This is a deadly 3 weapon. It's AP -3, so that puts me on a 5-up save. These are going to be failed, and since it does, I'm going to roll regen here. That regen's actually good, but I do owe him 2 more because it's deadly 3, and these are going to fail, so he is brought down. The Warriors will then fire their Gauss rifles into the next squad there, the Raider squad from the Shadow Pack, and that will be 10 total shots that ring out, also hitting on 3s. And with 7 total hits, including 2 Wrens, I'm first going to take saves on the normal 5, and that's 2-up saves. 2 of these are going to fail, so I will need to take some regen rolls on these 2. They also fail, so that will be 2 brought down. We then have 2 Wrens that are resolved at AP -4, puts me on a 6-up save. Both of these are going to fail, and if there's no regen against a rend, so 4 in total brought down. Morale check is good only because they are fearless. And then moving back over, we've got the Alpha Pack here. He is going to move down to the objective, preparing to just hunker down and try to claim this for the Wolf Brothers, but not before the hoverbikes will open up with their twin flux cannons, and 2 shots each, total of 6 shots. He is in cover, so they will hit on 4s. And the Robot Legion's just trying to cause as much damage to the Wolf Brothers as possible. There will be 2 of these that have the Flux rule. That is going to multiply by 4. So that's 8 plus 1 is 9 total hits. And that is going to be 3-up saves for me at AP -1. And one of these will fail. So I will take a regen roll here. And that is also going to fail. He will be cut down, but there is still a unit on the objective for the Wolf Brothers at the end of turn 4, and that will bring us to the end of the game where the Wolf Brothers are going to secure the objective and take a victory today. So the Wolf Brothers have been able to establish a foothold on Draconis V. They will be able to get reinforcements to that supply point. For winning this game, they will get 50 points. They also got their secondary objective for an additional 50 points, total of 100, and that was Rage, which was to kill an enemy unit first, and they also will score 2 victory points for winning today. The Robot Legions will get plus 50 for their secondary objective honor, which was to not have any enemy units in their deployment zone, and they will also get 150 points for the loss today for a total of 200. Now, this was not without a significant loss to the Wolf Brothers, as the assault squad from the Shadow Pack were unable to recover from their wounds, and they will be deleted from the army roster. The Raider squad from the Alpha Pack was able to recover, as well as the bot swarms for the Robot Legions. We hope you have enjoyed this game of Grimdark Future. If you happen to like this battle report, be sure you leave a thumbs up. We're looking forward to continuing this campaign, introducing more factions, and just bringing a story to life. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. If you made it this far, thank you again, and we will see you in the next one.